mentioned, so I'll skip this slide. This is a quote from the preamble to the RTA Act, that democracy requires an informed citizenry and transparency of information which are vital to its functioning, and also to contain corruption and to hold governments and their instrumentalities accountable to the court. So that is the basic philosophy of the legislation. I have already mentioned to you, Sweden enacted it in 1766, USA brought it in 66. Most of the countries, if you see at the bottom, UK, Mexico, Pakistan, they all come in the recent times. Basically because this has become the dominant governing idea of open society. In fact, there is a new alliance emerging at the international level, an association of open governments. India still hasn't signed that treaty, though our systems are far more open than some of the countries who have joined that process. This is, as I said, before the RTA Act came, Justice Matthews, in the case of Raj Narayan election petition, he had mentioned the people of this country have a right to know every public act, everything that is done in a public way by their public functionaries. Secrecy, is in a democracy is something which is. This is what the Prime Minister said in Parliament while the discussion on RTA Act was going on. Now, what is information? Legislatures have the legal authority to artificially define words which don't mean the same as the dictionary. I mean, those of you who have a little legal background will appreciate this, that when a legislature passes a statute, it very often gives meaning to words which, if you look at dictionary, there is a divergence. So when you are talking of a law, you must look for the meaning of the word as defined in the law. And of course, if the word is not defined in the law, as we will see, some of the words in this act are also not defined. Then you can fall back on dictionary or see there is a General Clauses Act, there are other legislations, how the word has been defined in those laws, and see whether contextually that meaning is applicable to the law you are dealing with. Now, when you say you have a right to information, what idea does it come to your mind? Can anyone respond? When I say you have a right to information, don't look at this. What do you think is your right? No, that is the point. It is not so, anything on the earth. No, so let's look at the definition. That's why when we were discussing in smaller group, I said RTA is a law. And law, they say, is an S. It sees only and thinks only in one way. That gives it that blindfolded that it doesn't look. Now, information word has been defined in the Act. The definition consists of two parts. The first part is what we call exhaustive part, and the critical words. Do you have a pointer, please? If you have. Any material in any form, please mark these words. The information must exist in a physical material form. It must be held. It must be there. The authority you are seeking information from is not to create information. Secondly, what is in your mind? What is your opinion? What are your views is not information as per this Act. This is very critical. Very often people, ask all kind of things. When you are seeking information, please make sure you can only get what exists. Let me illustrate. Supposing you were to ask the PIO of the Prime Minister's office, please tell me when is the Prime Minister likely to address the nation on Doordarshan next? Now, if a decision has been taken and it has been recorded that Prime Minister will address the nation on such and such date, on such and such issue, you will get the information. Otherwise, if the Prime Minister is thinking, yes, on such and such date I will address, you can't get that information because it does not exist in the material form. It has to be in physical form. And the definition then further keeps on defining this, and meaning including records, documents, memos, emails, opinions which are recorded, advices which is recorded, press releases which have been issued, circulars, orders, logbooks, contracts, reports, papers, samples, models, data, material held in any electronic form. I'll stop it here. So therefore, whether it is on the hard disk of the computer, it is in the form of a file, it is in the form of a noting, if it materially exists, only then you can ask for that information. There is a second part of the definition. And information relating to any private body. Please mark these words. Which can be accessed by a public authority under any other law for the time being in force. Let me give you an example. Income tax authorities under law have the authority to take your annual returns. So, it is a return filed by a private body, and under law, the income tax authorities have the power to take that return. So, your income tax return in the hands of income tax authorities also becomes information. But of course, we will come later. It's not that you can ask for everybody's income tax return. Just give you an example. Let me give another example. Supposing a recognized school running under Central Board of Secondary Education, the qualification of the teachers they hire, you have to intimate the board. It's not that you can get anyone from the street and say you are appointed as a teacher. So that information, the School Education Board or the Directorate of Education may have, it depends on state to state, it differs. Under law, the authority to ask for that information. Once that information is held by the public authority, the Directorate of Education or the university or the affiliating board, then any citizen can ask for that information, not from the private institution, but from their government office, which under law has the power to access information. So this is very critical. The power given to such public authority has to be under a statute, has to be under a law, not by an executive order. Municipal corporation, for example, would be a good illustration. Where under law they get every naksha of a building you construct, and they probably pass it. So that information, when you're putting up a hotel, a residence or a school or a restaurant, is available with the municipal corporation. They have passed the naksha. You can't construct, otherwise it's illegal construction. It's under as per the law. That information which the municipal corporation holds is the information which they have accessed under the law. But again, we will come later, it's not that every private citizen's naksha can be obtained under RTA. Now, as I said, information can be asked only from a public authority. cannot ask Mr. Sanjay Gupta, where did you buy your specs from? Because he's a private citizen. What is a public authority? We will again come back to that. So government has to furnish this information. Now, there is a section 4. We will come to, there is the next slide. Let me make a small submission that the RTA Act has two separate regimes. One is called suo motu disclosure, where every public authority was required within 120 days of the Act coming into force to publish things. What are those things to be published? We will see it in the subsequent slides. The rationale was, if you yourself disclose, there will be no need for the citizen to approach you by a way of petition. Then information is available on your website. By a click of mouse, you can see what it is. So, this is again about section 4. Under section 19(8) requires every public authority to publish certain information or categories of information under the Act. We will come to this, what these are. Now, this is what it says, section 4, the suo motu disclosure, that every public authority should categorize its record. Let me tell you from my experience, 99% cases, if information is denied or is delayed, it's more often because the record is not easily available. Because, let me clarify on this a little more structure. The structure of taking information is that you will move an application. The rules framed under the Act, these have been, powers have been delegated to the state governments. This is, in my view, a lacuna, because this brings in the diversity of rules in the country. If you move to Haryana, the rule is different. If you go to Himachal, the rule is different. The fee structure is different. But anyway, so far as we are concerned in Punjab, all that it requires is a rupee 10 postal order, or you can deposit it with the department directly, and a application on plain paper, wherein you disclose your own details, so that information can be furnished to you at that address, given address, and you specify what information you want. As a word of caution for you, if you use it in future, please do not structure your application by why is this being done, what is so and so, why, what, where, because what you can seek, as we saw the information definition, is the documents, is the electronic form in a floppy, in a CD, in a tablet. Why, where, how, these are questions. You are not seeking material information. So always structure your questions to say, give me copy of so and so. So if let's say you are asking your own approval for maps from the municipal corporation, and supposing you have applied, it is held up. So don't say, why is my approval held up? They will reject it. Say, please refer to my application dated so and so, give me a copy of the sanction order. Or further, if you want, give me a copy of the noting portions on which my case for approval of the map was submitted to you. Then you will know the reasons. They will automatically come, why and where and how will be explained in the noting portion. So that is very important. If you you have ever visited a record room, you will see how poorly the records are maintained in public authorities. They are usually in a dump. If there is a basement, they are put in basement. There is all kind of dirt accumulating on them, particularly revenue records. Now, of course, these are being computerized. So that is why the RTA Act mandated every government that they will categorize their record and they will, as far as possible, digitize the record. Because if the records are digitized, then all that you have to do is click on that and you get the information. The Americans are very fond of saying that if in 15 minutes you cannot access information, that means it doesn't exist. Because there could be possibly 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. It could be under this head, it could be under that head or that head. So you click on those, whatever information is available, it will come. And if it doesn't come, that means it's not there. Because everything is on computer, it is digitized, easily accessible. So that is why the Act mandates that the public authorities will, there is a